First, the Australian coin enthusiasts, the 1995 Weary Dunlop 50-cent piece. We're focusing specifically on coins in dirty, circulated condition. Now, this 1995 Weary Dunlop 50-cent coin was minted to honor the incredible legacy of Sir Edward Weary Dunlop, a legendary Australian surgeon and war hero. He became known for his resilience and compassion while helping Australian soldiers as a POW in WWII. So, there's no doubt it's a piece of history. But, what's the value of these coins in the market today? First, let's talk about the rarity. There were around 15 million of these coins minted, so they're not super rare, but because they commemorate a significant Australian figure, they're highly sought after, especially among history buffs and collectors of commemorative coins. In dirty or circulated condition, these coins usually don't reach the high prices of mint or uncirculated versions, but that doesn't mean they're worthless. In the current market, dirty or well-circulated Weary Dunlop 50-cent coins can go for about $2 to $5 odd, depending on the level of wear and dirt. Of course, certain factors can influence the price, even for circulated coins. Coins with minimal wear and no major scratches or dings might reach the higher end of that range. But if it's particularly worn or dirty, you're probably looking closer to $2 odd. First, the US coins. Specifically, we're exploring the 1950 wheat penny. Did you know that this little piece of history could be worth a pretty penny? Stick around as we uncover its value in today's market. The wheat penny was produced by the US Mint from 1909 to 1958 and features a design that is beloved by collectors. The 1950 version, minted in Philadelphia, carries the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side. So, what makes the 1950 wheat penny so special? One key factor contributing to the value of the 1950 wheat penny is its rarity, especially in fine condition. Although millions were minted, finding one in fine condition, meaning it has clear details but shows some wear, can be a challenge. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are not only well preserved but also hold historical significance. The demand for fine-condition 1950 wheat pennies has steadily increased over the years. So, what's the value of a 1950 wheat penny in fine condition today? As of now, it typically ranges from $2 to $10, depending on the exact condition and the buyer's willingness to pay. Keep in mind, prices can vary based on factors like grading, demand, and the seller's market. Coins in uncirculated condition can fetch even higher prices, sometimes reaching up to $50 or more. Next up, the 1984 uncirculated 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II from the official mint set. The 50-cent coin is a well-known piece in Australian currency, but what makes the 1984 uncirculated version from the mint set special? It was released specifically in mint sets, so it wasn't circulated like typical coins. That means it's often in excellent condition and carries a premium for collectors. This coin features the third effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by British sculptor Arnold Machin, which was widely used on Australian coins during that era. Its unique dodecagon or 12-sided shape is also a highlight, giving it a distinct look compared to other 50-cent coins worldwide. Now let's talk about what you're all here for: the value. As of today, an uncirculated 1984 50-cent coin from the mint set is valued anywhere between $10 and $20 USD if in mint condition. This value can vary, of course, based on the demand and the condition of the coin. Pristine, untouched examples tend to sell for a premium, while slightly tarnished ones may fall to the lower end. And if you find one in a graded slab, especially with high grades from respected grading companies, it can push the value up even more. Some high-grade examples in certified mint state condition have fetched as much as $50 to $60 USD. So, what makes this 1984 50-cent piece valuable? There are three main factors: condition, collector interest, and relative scarcity. Mint set coins are typically handled less, so they're more likely to be in great condition, which adds value. And since 1984 was nearly 40 years ago, uncirculated examples are becoming more desirable among collectors. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny, one of the most collected coins from the post-World War II era, especially if you have one that's in a circulated or dirty condition. First, let's talk about what makes the 1946 wheat penny unique. Over 991 million of these pennies were minted, which might make you think they're not that rare, but collectors are willing to pay a premium for certain types, even if they've seen some wear and tear. Let's start with condition. If you have a brown penny, meaning it's darker or shows signs of aging, it's probably in a lower grade, circulated condition. These pennies typically aren't worth as much as uncirculated coins, but they still hold value. On average, a circulated 1946 wheat penny in brown or dirty condition could be worth around 5 to 10 cents, but certain factors can increase that value. For example, pennies with clear details, even if worn, can fetch a bit more. One of the key things to look out for is any kind of error or misstrike, like double dies or off-center strikes. A 1946 penny with an error can be worth significantly more, even in worn or dirty condition. To sum it up, a 1946 wheat penny in brown, circulated condition usually isn't a jackpot, but if it has unique features or errors, you could still have a valuable coin in your hands. So, don't overlook those old pennies. Check for errors and keep an eye out for high-quality examples that could be worth a bit more. Next up, the 2002 Australian 50-cent coin, celebrating the year of the Outback. It's worth in today's market, even in circulated good condition. In 2002, the Royal Australian Mint released this unique coin to commemorate Australia's Outback. It features an iconic kangaroo design against a rugged landscape. This coin not only celebrates Australian culture, but is also collectible. But what really makes it stand out? Its scarcity, unique design, and the demand it generates among collectors. This 50-cent coin is made of cupronickel with a weight of about 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.5 millimeters. While that's standard for Australian 50-cent coins, the 2002 year of the Outback version has a significantly lower mintage. So what's the coin worth in today's market? Most circulated coins from 2002 in good condition have a value above face value. In average circulated condition, they can range anywhere from $1 to $2, depending on the coin's wear and overall condition. However, prices can fluctuate slightly based on demand from collectors. As always, coins with less wear are more valuable. If you have one that's been in circulation but still has a sharp design and minimal scratches, you're looking at the higher end of that value range. So, there you have it. The 2002 Australian 50-cent year of the Outback coin might not make you rich, but it certainly holds a unique spot in the world of Australian coin collecting. Whether you're looking to sell or just want to know its worth, these coins are a fun and affordable way to dive into the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1944 wheat penny. This is a classic piece from the Lincoln Wheat series and is highly sought after, especially in extra fine condition. But just how much is a 1944 wheat penny worth in today's market? Stick around to find out. Before we get into values, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The wheat penny series ran from 1909 to 1958. 1944 in particular was a unique year for these coins. After the US produced steel pennies in 1943 to conserve copper for World War II, 1944 marked the return of copper to the wheat penny. Over 1 billion of these pennies were minted, so while they're common, some versions are extremely valuable. Now, extra fine or XF condition means a coin still has sharp details even if it's slightly worn. A 1944 wheat penny in extra fine condition is popular with collectors for its historical value and solid design. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. The value. As of today, a 1944 wheat penny in extra fine condition generally ranges from 30 cents to $1. However, this is just the base price. Certain versions can fetch a premium. So, that's the scoop on the 1944 wheat penny in today's market. Whether you're a new collector or seasoned pro, this is a great coin to add to your collection. Next up, the rare 1998 Australian 50-cent coin, commemorating the 200th anniversary of explorers George Bass and Matthew Flinders. This coin celebrates their historic journey in 1798, but did you know some of these coins could be worth a lot more than 50 cents? Especially if you have one in any condition, even if it's a bit rough around the edges. Now, let's talk about value. The 1998 Bass and Flinders 50-cent coin is a fascinating piece due to its limited mintage and the design that commemorates one of Australia's historic explorations. While millions were minted, coins from 1998 are highly collectible, and their values can vary significantly based on their condition. For an uncirculated, mint-condition coin, collectors might pay around 5 to 15 Australian dollars, sometimes more for flawless examples. But what if your coin is blackened, dirty, or just generally worn? Let's look into that. Even if your coin isn't in mint condition, it's still worth examining. Blackened or dirty coins can still hold value for collectors who are interested in unusual patinas or want to restore a unique piece of history. While a heavily circulated or worn-out 1998 50-cent coin generally falls into the $1 to $5 range, certain coins have sold for much more if they have interesting toning or historical appeal. In today's market, a blackened or dirty 1998 50-cent coin could still bring in a few dollars, depending on how rare similar coins are in that condition. While it may not be as high as a pristine version, these coins are still sought after by collectors who appreciate history's finger provide. Next up, 1958 wheat penny with no mint mark. If you have one of these in good condition, you may be holding a small fortune. Let's break down why this penny is so sought after and what it's worth in today's market. The 1958 wheat penny was part of the last batch of pennies to feature the classic wheat ears design before switching to the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. That makes it a little extra special among collectors. These were minted in Philadelphia, which is why you won't see a mint mark on these coins. The condition of a coin can make all the difference in its value. Coins graded as good are at the lower end, with clear but slightly worn details. But as condition improves to very fine or mint state, the price can rise dramatically. While most 1958 pennies in good condition won't bring in huge amounts, if you happen to find one in a higher grade, it can be worth quite a bit more, so make sure to check every detail. Now, let's talk numbers. For a 1958 wheat penny without a mint mark in good condition, you're looking at a value of about 5 to 10 cents. Not too impressive, right? However, if your 1958 penny is in uncirculated or even brilliant circulated condition, it can be worth anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on the buyer. Higher grain versions or those graded by the top companies like PCGS and NGC can fetch $30 or more. While standard 1958 wheat pennies in good condition may not fetch a fortune, there are some valuable error coins out there. For instance, if you come across a 1958 double die penny, you're looking at potentially hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition. If you think your penny is valuable, make sure to handle it with care and consider getting it graded by a professional service. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, every penny could add up. So there you have it. While the 1958 wheat penny in good condition might not make you rich, it's still a piece of history worth holding on to. And who knows, you might just stumble upon a rare error that makes your coin collection a whole lot more valuable. Next up, the 1943 D wheat penny. Even if it's in dirty condition, you might be surprised by what it's worth today. Let's explore why this coin is so valuable and what you might get for it in today's market. First, let's set the stage. In 1943, due to a copper shortage during World War II, the US Mint decided to make pennies out of steel coated in zinc. These are what we call steel pennies, and most were produced in Philadelphia, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. The steel composition was only used for this 1 year, making these pennies distinct from other wheat pennies. The 1943 wheat penny is particularly interesting for collectors, especially if they're steel, which is typical. However, there are some copper pennies from this year that mistakenly made it into circulation. But even if it's the steel version and is in less than perfect dirty condition, it can still hold value. When it comes to coin value, condition is a big factor. Pristine, uncirculated coins usually fetch a higher price, but even in dirty or worn condition, the 1943 wheat penny has collectors' interest due to its historical uniqueness. So, there you have it. While a regular 1943 wheat penny in dirty condition may not make you a fortune, it's still worth holding on to, especially if it has any distinguishing features. And, who knows, you might just uncover one of those copper pennies someday. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you in the next video.